I think I was always just sort of blown away with that I could get to do this. I would have never picked up ballooning if it wasn't for my dad and his friends, and so I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to get to ride in balloons when I was a kid and now pilot them myself.
It started with 7 balloons back over on Cricket Field, which is a much smaller field. And it was sponsored by KMOX. They've been with us since the beginning. But it was a handful of balloons, handful of their friends as spectators getting together to promote this beautiful park and gather people together for some fun. And then it just sort of grew so naturally. So it's a little different than a normal, what we all like to think of as a race, because it's not about speed. It's about skill and navigating the wind. So our PNC Bank balloon is our presenting sponsor balloon. They are called the Hare. They launch first. They get a 15-minute head start, and then the Hound balloons follow them.
We've been attending Forest Park since 1992 when we moved here. We get to fly first. Everybody gets to follow us and try to get as close as they can to us and throw their little bean baggies, which have their number on them. We put out a fabric X on the ground, and the closest one to that wins.
We work directly with the FAA and the National Weather Service to look at wind conditions. The pilots do this really incredible thing that's called a pie ball, where they let a helium balloon off and they watch how, as altitude changes, the speed of that balloon changes. So they have to think about all those things.
A basic balloon's about 750 pounds, fully fueled, and so you need some help. The one unfortunate thing, I guess, is you can't just go out and fly by yourself. You need crew and you need people that like ballooning. Luckily, there's a ton of people that love just being around balloons, so it's usually not a problem to find people that want to help out.
The pilot flies the balloon, but the chase crew makes them really look good. So we rely on a lot of teamwork to put it together during the flight and during the landing and pack up.
This year's been actually especially easy to get pilots because everyone is anxious to be here for the 50th anniversary. So we were getting calls 6 months ago, people excited, pilots excited to come here for this and making sure they have a spot.
We have pilots from all across the country. They're some of the most experienced pilots in the United States. They fly around the world. They're wonderful, and they love coming to St. Louis because we fly out of a city. Most of the places that these pilots fly, you're out in the middle of rural country. You're not dealing with trees and skyscrapers and highways and airports, and they absolutely love the challenge. They love being able to fly low and say hi to everyone, and they just love the tradition of it. We like to say soft landings in family traditions since 1973, and that runs from the people who are attending the event, and then it goes to our pilots too. We have several pilots who are family members, generational pilots, and our founders. So the goal has always been to keep it about family fun.
Looking back at the pictures from the original ones, you know, there's a couple balloons for the first one and a handful of people, and then there's a few more balloons, and then there's 500 people, and now, I mean, it's anybody's guess, the crowd. We've heard anywhere from 50 to 150,000 people over the weekend. It's unbelievable to see the transition over the 50 years and what it is today.